Oh, welcome. Welcome to this multi-level yoga class. Throughout this class, we're going to stay with the flow of the breath, and we're going to work on keeping our minds in the present moment, drawing the mind back to the present again and again and again. So you might begin by taking several exaggerated inhales, and then let the exhale sigh away. We'll do that a few more times. Full, deep inhale and sigh out the exhale. If you want to have an audible sigh on the exhale, allow that as well. And if you like, you can close your eyes. Just let your hands rest near your shins, maybe on the knees, maybe to the insides of the knees. Just find where your arms are comfortable, shoulders rolling away from the ears. Find your grounding through the sits bones, the pointy bones at the bottom of the buttocks. And find your breath. Find your natural, innate breath. And beginning some very gentle movement. As you inhale, bring the heart forward just a little bit, a lazy kind of stretch. And then exhale, hug the navel in and round the spine towards the back just a little bit. So we're just making very gentle, slow movements. As the inhale finds you, the heart floats forward. And as the exhale floods in, you're kind of tucking the heart under, back and forth, very gentle. Just a hint of movement, a hint of activating the muscles supporting the spine. You feel the fluidity of moving with the breath. You come back to sitting when you're ready, to stillness. Get longer from the navel down to the tailbone, and get longer from the heart up to the top of the head. Release the arms to the sides. So you're making kind of an A-frame with the arms. Maybe fingertips are on the mat, on the ground. And again, let your breath find some movement. So take a deep inhale, and as you exhale, lean just a little bit towards the left, and then inhale back to center, and then allow your shoulder, right shoulder, to lean just a little bit towards the right. Inhale back to center, and just let your torso tilt very gently side to side. Inhaling to center, exhale to the opposite side, and maybe start to let the movements become a little deeper. So you're bringing the right arm out a little bit as you tilt towards the right, and then inhale back to center, and then let the left fingers slide away, maybe the left elbow come down. Inhale to center and come side to side. So you're just gently waking up the side body very gently and slowly. And inhale back to center. Pause again. Get longer from the tailbone through the top of the head. And then from here, bring your hands to your knees. And as you inhale, bring the heart towards the left knee and all the way to the front. Maybe the exhale starts and you're coming over to the right knee and all the way around to the back. Inhaling towards the left knee to the front. You can push and pull on the arms. So This time you're making the movements bigger and you're moving at the pace of the breath, but still try to find that fluidity of the spine, the fluidity of the breath, the fluidity of the movement. Perhaps finding a pattern with the breath. Reverse the circles. So you might be exhaling towards the back and inhaling towards the front, or the opposite, or some variation. And when you're ready, slowly come back to sitting. And again, pause. And just maybe shake out the arms a little bit. Maybe bring the hands behind you, stretch the legs long, and maybe pump the knees a little bit. And then sit cross-legged again. Maybe bring the other leg to the front. Let's do a little twisting movement. So bringing the arms alongside the hips, getting tall again. Breath washing up and down the spine. As you inhale, the arms float out to the sides and overhead. Pause here for a moment. Turn the palms up to the ceiling. Do a handstand on the ceiling. Press down with the sits bones and up with the hands. Get longer from the navel down to the ground. Get longer from the heart up to the top of the head. On the next exhale, let the right arm start to float down towards the right. Lean towards the right. And inhale, the right arm floats back up. Palms turn in, get longer again. And as you exhale, let the left arm float down towards the left. Inhale, back up, get longer. Pause here for a full breath. And this time coming into a twist, as you exhale, bring the left hand to the right knee, right hand behind you. Pause for a moment and look towards the right shoulder. Still getting longer by pressing down into the earth. Breath washing up and down the spine. Inhale, unwind, arms float out to the sides. Pause when you come overhead. Let the fingers reach up to the sky. And then as you exhale, bring the right hand to the left knee, the left hand behind you. Heart shines. Look towards the left shoulder. And breathe. Shoulders softening away from the ears. Inhale, unwind, arms come overhead. Bring your palms together and exhale, let your hands float to your heart. Pause for a moment, and maybe you'd like to set an intention for your practice. And maybe your intention today is to develop more fluidity in your mind, in your body, in your breath. When you're ready, make your way onto hands and knees, coming into table position. I'm going to move the blanket up to the front of the mat. And then once you're in table, pause to arrive here. And start to come into gentle cat and dog tilts, or gentle cat and cow tilts. Inhale, heart forward, tailbone up, chin up. Exhale, round, gather the belly in. Look down towards the pelvis. Inhale, heart shines forward. And exhale. Again, think about that fluidity that you're developing through your breath into your spine. Inhale back into table. Make your way into downward facing dog. Lift the knees, the hips, downward dog.
Breathe into the armpits. And then maybe come up on tippy toes and walk the feet towards the hands. You might be on fingertips as well. Take a little gentle stroll and then just hang once you come to the front of the mat. Soften your knees. And slowly peel up to standing. Shoulders come back and down, and pause for a moment to arrive in mountain pose. Like bring one hand to the belly and one hand to the heart. Feel your breath. And then adding a flow with the arms. As you inhale, bring the arms forward, the palms up, and as you exhale, sweep the arms behind you. And maybe inhale the arms forward, say, I am. And as you sweep the arms back, here now. I am, getting longer. Exhale, arms behind you, here now. I am, here now. Next time arms come behind you, maybe interlace the fingers, clasp the hands and pull the knuckles away, and maybe let your heart shine forward a little bit, shoulders rolling away from the ears, feet taut on the ground, legs active. I am here now. And adding some more flow on the breath. Unclasp the hands, sweep the arms forward as you say, I am. And as you exhale, bend the knees deeply, sweep the arms behind you, come down into a deep squat. Here now, I am. Bring the arms up as high as they want to come. And then exhale, here now. I am, gathering the belly in. Here now, diving down, opening the heart, I am. Sweeping anything you don't need behind you. Here now, I am. Here now, I am. Here now. One more. The next time the arms come overhead, turn the palms up towards the sky. Do a handstand on the ceiling. From the navel to the feet, get longer. From the navel to the shoulders, get longer. Turning the palms in as you exhale, dive down, forward fold. Just hang for a moment. Maybe hold opposite elbows. Maybe gently sway side to side. Release the arms. Bend the knees deeply. Take a big step back with the right foot. Stay up on the right toes. And stay low if this feels really good for you. Just come back and forth. And if it's available to you, press into both feet. Come up into a high lunge. And breathe. And then if you like, you can add the arms again. I am as you inhale, and here now as you exhale. You can even dive down towards the left thigh. I am, gathering the belly and rising up. Here now. Moving with your breath. If this is too much for your body today, feel free to bring the right knee down and stay in a low lunge. Stay with this I am here now. The next time the arms come behind you again, if you like, interlace the fingers, pull the knuckles away, shoulder blades coming toward each other across the upper back. Stay with I am here now. Release the hands, and then slowly let your right knee lower just till it almost touches, and then bring it all the way down. You can keep the toes tucked or untuck that foot. You can stay low, or again, sweep up as you inhale and add that I am here now if you like. Here now. I am opening the heart. Maybe even add a little upper back bend. Here now. Sweep the arms behind you. Make the movements as smooth and deliberate as you can. So if you're moving slowly and deliberately, it also forces the mind to move slowly and deliberately. The next time the arms come behind you, if you like again, interlace the fingers, pull the knuckles away, open the heart. Release the arms. If you want to add a twist, bring the palms together and then bring your right elbow to the outside of the left thigh. Stacking elbows. Full deep breaths. Unwind, bring the hands down, step the left foot back into table position. Pause for a moment to arrive. And then bring the right leg behind you into balancing cat. Anytime you like, come back to I am as you inhale and here now as you exhale. On the next exhale, bring the right knee in towards the nose towards the knee, curl under, and then inhale, extend here now. Stay with your breath. Curl under and swing the right leg behind you. The next time the right leg comes behind you, stay here or bend the right knee. If you like, bring the left arm forward and then sweep the left arm behind you. Reach for the right ankle. You might be wobbly like me with the left hand and breathe. Full deep breaths. Release the grip, bring the right leg behind you, left arm forward. And then left arm comes down, right knee comes down. Make your way back into downward facing dog. Walk it out. Takes 3 to 5 deep, full breaths here. Breathe into the armpits. And then gently walk the feet towards the hands, hanging forward fold, and just hang for a moment. Soften the knees. Bend the knees a good bit, sweep the arms out to the sides, fingertips touch overhead, I am. And as you exhale, here now, come into forward fold. I am, knees bend, fingertips touch overhead. Here now, exhale. I am, here now. Imagine your feet are getting wider. So you feel very grounded and stable through the feet, through the legs. The next time the fingertips come together overhead, come all the way up, maybe add a back bend. Exhale, hands to the heart. If you like, wrap the left hand around the right side of the rib cage, the right hand around the left side of the rib cage, and feel your breath. Anytime you like, come back to I am as you inhale, here now as you exhale. And let's continue flowing. Bringing the palms together, inhale, arms out to the sides. Exhale, dive down, forward fold. Inhale, halfway up, hands to shins or thighs. Lengthen from the navel to the nose. And dive back down. Take a big step back with the left foot, coming up into that high lunge. Again, you can always lower the left knee down, or you can rest anytime you like in child's pose, whatever feels good for your body. If you want to come up, come all the way up, and maybe sweep the arms up and sweep them behind you as you exhale here now. I am here now. If you want to add that bend as the arms sweep down, you can keep the right knee bent or straighten it and sweep the arms behind you, bend your torso forward. I am rising up. Flow with your breath. Always the option to do less, to sink the left knee down, coming into low lunge, or to rest. The next time the arms are overhead, sweep the arms out to the sides and interlace the fingers behind you. Maybe interlace pull the knuckles away and open the heart. Shoulder blades coming toward each other across the upper back. Unclasp the hands, let the arms sweep up one more time. And as the arms sweep down towards the ground, towards fingertips, start to slowly lower the left knee down till it's just hovering off the ground. And then sink it all the way down. Again, you can untuck that left foot, let both feet get bigger if you want to add that flow again. Inhale the arms up as you rise up. And here now, as you exhale, you can hinge forward at the hips. Stay with your breath. Getting strength and energy by moving with the breath. Imagine letting your mind float on the waves of the breath. Tying the mind to the breath. The next time you come up, you can pause. And if you want to add that twist, bring the palms together. Left elbow to the outside of the right thigh. Stack elbows. I am here now. Unwind. Step the right foot back into table position. Find your breath. Send the left leg behind you into balancing cat. From the navel through the left heel, get longer from the navel to the top of the head, get longer. And as you exhale, if you want to add that flow again, excuse me, as you exhale, bring the left knee in towards the nose towards the knee, and extend. I am here now, hold. I am, extend. Exhale, navel toward, or knee towards the nose, not the navel. Flowing with your breath. The next time the left leg is behind you, pause here. Or bend the left knee, sweep the right arm forward, and then sweep it behind you. Reach for the left ankle with the right hand. And you might be wobbly like me. Press the shin into the hand and the hand into the shin. Breathe. Release if you like. Right arm forward, left leg behind you. Bring the right arm down, the left knee down. Find table and exhale. Pull your hips back into extended child. And you can rest for a moment in child's pose or keep extending. So keep the head, the ears between the upper arms, the elbows active. Stay with the breath. Inhale forward into table. Let's do some cat and dog tilts or cat and cow. Inhale, heart forward, tailbone up. Exhale, round. At your own pace. Inhale back into table and then sit back on your heels. Pause for a moment. And then come up to your knees, come up to kneeling. You can keep the tops of the feet pressing down or tuck the toes. Let's do a little back bend. Bring the hands to the hips, to the front of the hip points. Take a deep inhale, and as you exhale, start to let the upper body cascade towards the back. Don't let the neck drop, so keep the neck in line with the rest of the spine. The hands on the front of the hip points are reminding the hips to stay where they are. Breathe into the armpits. You can stay here or sweep the arms behind you, and maybe your fingertips can reach for the heels. If your fingertips are not finding the heels, then don't just reach back. Bring the hands back to the front of the hip points. Stay with the breath. Again, don't let your head drop back. You can let it drop back a little bit, but don't let it drop all the way towards the back. Breathe. I am. As you inhale, here, now, soften shoulders. Bring the hands back to the front of the hip points, and then push into the hands with the hips and the hips with the hands. Rise back up. Sit back on your heels. Maybe keep the toes tucked this time. You can even lean forward and tuck all 10 toes so that you're really stretching the toes. If you like, add that I am as you inhale, and here now as you exhale. I am. Open the heart. Exhale, here now. The next time the arms come behind you again, if it works for you, interlace the fingers, pull the knuckles away, let the heart shine forward, shoulder blades come toward each other. Unclasp the hands, sweep the arms forward alongside the knees, and then if you can, come up into a toe balance. So lift the knees up, and you're still on your tippy toes. You can keep your hands quite low, or if you have blocks, this is a great place for blocks, or bring the palms together in front of the chest. And stay with you're probably wobbly like me. Breathe. If it works for you, if you think you can add some movement, sweep the arms forward, I am, and then back here now. I'm not sure I can do this, but I'll play with you, right? We're all just playing. And then bring the hands back down. Do you see how wobbly I am? And then as you exhale, gather the belly in, bring the heels down, come into a forward fold, and then maybe you can come back onto the toes in that toe balance. I am. Here now, fold. I am. Come back onto that toe balance. Here now, fold. Back and forth. And the next time you're in that toe balance, maybe again bring the palms together in front of the chest and see if you can stay up on the toes and come up to standing, maybe. Breathe. Slowly lower the heels down. Wrap the arms around the rib cage. Feel your breath. Shake it out. Step to the front of the mat. Bring your hands to your hips. I am here now. Big feet. Bring your weight to the left foot. And then bring your right leg just a little bit behind you. Breathe. And maybe this is where you stay today in your balance play. If you want to attempt to move or play with moving, not attempt to move, but play with moving. As you inhale, bring the right knee forward and then send the right leg back so the toes touch. You can add the arms also. Inhale the arms up and then exhale the arms back as the toe touches down. I am here now at your own pace. Just play. So you can stay with these movements. If you want to see if you can play a little more, the next time you exhale, sweep the right leg back as far as you can. Come back up into that high lunge, arms sweep behind you. Gather the belly and lean into the left foot. Right knee comes forward and up. And you might touch down in between. Do whatever works best for your body. You can always come back to the first or second variation and breathe. Feel how fluidly your body is moving and how your mind is floating on the breath. Hopefully, just bring it back to floating on the breath. The next time the arms are behind you, bring the hands down. Lean into the left foot, step the right foot forward, forward fold, and just hang for a moment. Soften the knees. Release sighs if you like. Sweep the arms out to the sides, fingertips touch overhead. Pause for a moment. And then maybe as you exhale, dive down into a forward fold. Inhale, arms out to the sides, knees bend deeply, fingertips touch. Exhale, back into forward fold. Stay with your breath. Stay with the quality of your movement. So try to keep your movements slow, deliberate, and smooth to smooth out the mind as well. The next time the fingertips touch overhead, press into the feet, come up, maybe add a back bend, exhale, hands to the chest. Wrap your hands around your rib cage or hold your belly in your hands. Breathe and smile. Bring the hands to the hips. Take a gentle step with the left foot back. Left toes on the ground. Right foot getting bigger. And then play with moving, maybe on this side. As you inhale, bring the left knee forward. And as you exhale, left toes touch down behind you. Inhale, left knee forward. If you like, add the arms. Arms float up. Arms float back and down. As you exhale, as the left knee comes behind you, left foot comes behind you. Breathe. So stay here. If you want to play with that lunge, left knee comes forward, and then sweep the left leg back as far as it can, toes touch down, arms swing back. Inhale, leg comes forward, arms up. Your foot can always touch down in between. And just stay with the playful quality of this movement. Anytime you like, come back to, I am here now. The next time the left leg comes behind you, lean towards the hands, fingertips, and then step back into downward facing dog. Walk out your dog. Bring the right leg behind you into three-legged dog. If you like, bend the right knee, reach the right foot towards the left side of the buttocks and look under your right arm. Breathe and smile. And bring the right leg behind you, bring the right leg down, walk out your dog. Slowly sink the knees almost all the way down. Let them just hover, and then gather the belly in, come back up into downward facing dog. Continue, let the knees come down and almost hover, and then back into downward dog. If you'd rather do plank instead of that, letting the knees float down, feel free to come forward into plank and then gather the belly in back into downward dog. Stay with your breath. The next time you're in downward dog, pause, step the left leg behind you into three-legged dog. And then bend the left knee. The left foot comes towards the right buttocks. Look under your left arm. Breathe and smile. Bring the left leg behind you. Square the hips. Float the left foot back down. Downward dog. And then again, float forward into plank, or let the knees hover just before touching, gather the belly and back up into downward dog. So come between plank and downward facing dog, or knees hovering and downward facing dog. My shoulders don't like plank, so I offer you plank, but I don't want to model plank because I don't want to then injure my shoulders. So I'm listening to my body. You listen to yours as well. The next time the knees come low, hover for a moment and then sink down and pull back into child's pose. You can again keep the arms to the front or make a pillow with the hands for the head. Let yourself land and arrive. And this is a great place to say, I am here now. Make your way back up into table position. And then let your left foot come out to the side. You're up on the left toe. So your left foot is like a kickstand. So I'm going to just model it with my right foot. Okay, so the left foot is out to the side. And then come up to kneel on that left knee. Send the right leg behind you. Plant that right foot down. Hands to the hips, really get long and strong through the right leg. Hinge at the hips until your fingertips almost touch down, but you're really just pressing into that right foot. The right hand can float up alongside the right ear, and then get longer from the right fingers to the right foot. Breathe. If you like, start to bring the right arm down towards the right thigh and then bring it back up alongside the right ear. You can do that or come up into gate. As you inhale, bring the torso up, the right arm comes down, the left arm comes to the left ear, and then come back into that version of side plank. Back and forth, cartwheels, arms down and up. Breathe. So your right leg is really strong and your upper body is light and fluid. Good. The next time the left arm comes down, look down to the mat, bring the right arm down, bring the right knee down. Make your way back into table, maybe do a few cat and dog tilts or wag your hips side to side, whatever feels good for you. I'm going to turn around so I don't turn my back to you. And then send the left leg behind you. Bring the left knee back down, and then let your right foot float out to the side, make that kickstand with the right foot. Left leg goes straight back. You're pressing into that left foot. And breathe. And then lengthen your torso. Keep pressing through that left foot. So your fingertips may be floating or down on the ground. If you like, bring the left arm alongside the left ear. Breathe. And if you want to add the movement, exhale, left arm comes down to the thigh. Inhale, left arm comes back up alongside the left ear. And if you want to add gate pose, inhale, the torso rises, left arm comes down, right arm comes up. And then cartwheel the arms back down. Stay with your breath. Open the sides of the rib cage. The next time the right arm is down, look down at the mat, bring the left arm down, the left knee down. Again, wag your hips side to side or cat and dog tilt. And then make your way down onto the belly. Rest on your belly for a moment. You can make a pillow with the hands for the head or turn the cheek to one side. Maybe turn the opposite cheek to the mat. Come back to I am here now. Bring the head back to center. Lift your heart. Bring the elbows under the shoulders. So you're lifting up, bringing the elbows under the shoulders. The forearms are parallel, coming into Sphinx pose. Breathe. And then let your legs get really heavy. Keep pressing into the forearms, but let your legs get heavy. Let your pelvis get heavy. So let your whole, from the hips down to the toes, your lower body is heavy. Keep pressing into the forearms. You can stay here, or if you're a deep back bender and you want a little more opening for the heart, you can turn the fingers towards the side corners of the mat and then bring your arms up like pillars. You can even walk the arms in. And again, let your pelvis, your thighs get really heavy. Your buttocks get heavy. Your pelvis is heavy. The thighs are heavy. You can stay upright, or if it's better for your body, come back down onto forearms. But your buttocks are still soft and heavy at the same time. Your pelvis, your thighs are heavy. Stay here as long as you like. And then make your way all the way down onto the belly. And from here, bend the right knee, bring the right knee perpendicular with the right shin. You can bring the head back to center and make a pillow with the hands for the head if that's better for your head. Or you can make a pillow with the left hand for your head and turn your cheek towards the right. Breathe, soften. For me, it's actually better to bring the cheek to the floor, but listen to your body. It's fine to keep the head to center and the forehead resting on the hands. Stay with the breath. Gently bring the head back to center. Maybe again make that pillow with the hands for the head and pause here for a moment. Soften shoulders. And then extend the right leg behind you. Pause for a moment. And when you're ready, then bend the left knee, the left thigh, and the left shin. Make a perpendicular shape so they're making like a right angle with each other. Breathe. So you might feel really wonderful with the forehead resting on the hands, or turn the cheek to the left and let the right hand make a pillow for the cheek. Or you can bring the right arm alongside the right leg and the the right cheek to the ground. Breathe. Bring the head back to center. Make that pillow with the hands for the head again. And then bring the left leg long. Press into the hands, come up into table and into extended child pull. Get longer from the top of the head through the tailbone. You can come up to sit on your heels again. And so you can stay here. This might be good for you. If it's not good for your knees, you can also come up to a high kneeling pose. And if you want to add a little front body opener, bring the palms behind you, lean back and breathe. Again, don't let the head drop back, so keep the neck in line with the rest of the spine. And you might stay here or lift the hips up a little bit to stretch more, and then slowly float the hips back down. So do a few of those if you like, and if your body says no wait, feel free to rest or do something else. The next time the hips come down, swing the arms forward, and then make your way all the way down onto the back. Come down onto the back. And just arrive. Maybe take constructive rest pose for a moment, or stretch the legs long if your body would like to stretch long. And then bringing the knees apart, the heels close to the buttocks, the arms alongside the body, palms facing down. Press into the feet and lift your hips up as high as they'll go. And then slowly, with control, bring the hips back down. Take care that the knees don't splay out. The knees stay right over the ankles, the heels. Breathe. If you like, you can add the arms. So as the hips rise, the arms float overhead. And exhale, bring arms and hips back down. So find what feels good for your body. Or another option is to stay up in bridge pose. The next time the arms and hips come down, pause for a moment. And then bring the right knee into the chest.
Hug the right thigh or shin in. The hands can be clasped behind the thigh or in front of the shin or just to the sides of the right leg if that's better for your body. Take a deep inhale, and as you exhale, send the left leg long, either on the mat or let it hover just off the mat. Keep the lower back pressed down. And on the next inhale, bring the left knee in. Exhale, shoot the right leg long. And switch again. Bring the right knee in, left leg long. Keep the lower back pressed down. Keep floating one leg long. Invite the other knee into the chest. Soften the jaw. Your torso is staying long and on the mat. Your back is staying long and on the mat. When you've had enough, the next time the left knee is hugged in, pause here and then let the right foot come down and just rest here like we did on the right side before at the beginning. Breathe. And unclasp the hands, bring the arms down, bring the legs down, and bring the feet pretty wide. As you exhale, let the knees drift over to the right. Make sure the left shoulder stays on the ground. The head might look to the left. Inhale, knees and head back to center. Exhale, knees to the left, head to the right. Side to side at your own pace. Keep the shoulders heavy and grounded. When you've had enough, bring the knees back to center. Bring the knees into the chest, curl up into a little ball, maybe even lift up the head, and then slowly bring the head back down. Let your limbs float up into dead bug, arms and legs up to the sky. Backs of the shoulders are heavy, backs of the hips are heavy. Stay stationary or start to scissor arms and legs, dysfunctional scissors. And breathe, keeping the legs taut or soft, it doesn't matter. Just keep the limbs elevated. Stay with your breath. You can stay with the scissoring motion or do a side scissoring motion like you're walking with very long legs and arms without bending the knees, but you can bend the knees too if you like. You can try that. Bring the knee in, and then you can, yeah, actually that's good as well. So bring one knee in, the other knee in. Just do whatever feels good for your body. Just play. The object is to keep the limbs elevated and to keep tying your mind, yoking your mind to your breath. You can come back to scissoring or bicycling, whatever feels good for your body. I think I'm going to do that. Those long, I don't know what I was doing, just making it up. Make it up while you go on as well. Breathe, shake it out if you want, whatever feels good for your body. It might feel really good to just stay stationary and get up. If you really want to challenge yourself, you can bring the knees into water wheel while keeping the arms elevated. So just play, keep your limbs above the heart. You can bicycle the arms as well, just play. Play, but remember to breathe. Whenever your body says that's enough, you might come down through happy baby, bring the knees wide, reach inside the legs for the heels, the insteps, the pants legs, the ankles, the big toes, whatever you can reach. Breathe. And bring the knees back in, hug them in. And then stretch the legs long. You might flex the feet. You might lengthen the legs. And then bring the arms out to the sides, palms facing down. And imagine you're standing on a wall with your feet. And on the next inhale, bring the right leg up to the sky. Arms are grounded. So bring your arms a little lower than your shoulders, not quite at shoulder height or higher. Palms facing down. And then bring the right leg out to the side, towards the ground as far as it can go. And then inhale back to center, keeping the arms and the shoulders seated. Bring the right leg over to the left without lifting the right shoulder. Inhale back to center. You can roll onto the right hip. So the left hip can come up a little bit. Just the shoulders stay seated. When you're rolling, when the leg is going to the left, you can roll onto the left hip. So your hips can be moving, but your shoulders, your upper body stays grounded. The head might move in the opposite direction as the leg, or the same direction if that feels better. When you've had enough of that, bring the right foot back to the mat, and then bend the left knee, bring the left foot back to the mat. Square the hips and the shoulders back into the mat. Send your legs long again. Stand on that invisible wall in front of you. Left foot comes up. Ground the shoulders. Left leg comes over to the left as far as it can go. The head can float to the right. And then inhale back up through center and over to the left. Again, the hip, let the hip follow. Just the shoulders stay grounded. Moving with your breath. Whenever you've had enough, bring both knees into the chest, curl up into a little ball, and then maybe stretch long, bring the arms overhead. You might even lift the right arm and the right leg get longer, and then the left arm and the left leg get longer. Bend the knees, bring the feet close to the buttocks, bring the arms alongside the hips, and let's finish up with eye of the needle pose, and then comes final relaxation, the best part. Bring the right knee into the chest, cross the right ankle over the right thigh, left knee lifts up, the left foot lifts up, bring the right hand inside the left thigh, hold on to the back of the left thigh or the front of the left shin, and breathe. Soften the belly, soften the jaw. Feel the tongue off the roof of the mouth. Soften between the eyes. When you've had enough, unwind, bring the right foot back down, the left foot down, and then cross the left ankle over the right thigh. Lift the right leg, bring the left hand between the legs, hold on to the thigh or the shin, or another option is to just keep the arms down by the sides and imagine there's a wall that your right foot is pressing against. So find what works best for you today. Maybe try a different variation if you are very familiar with this pose. Breathe and keep softening as much as you can. Unwind when you've had enough, and then just check in with your body and see what else it would like to do before final relaxation. And if you're ready for final relaxation, you can find some support under your knees if you, most people, if they have any sort of lower back issues, if you're over like 30, you probably have some lower back tenderness. So keeping the knees bent is recommended. You can take constructive rest pose, letting the knees rest against each other, or take a rolled up blanket, or even a couple of rolled up blankets, and support your knees with the rolled up blanket. That actually feels really good. Or you can use a pillow or a bolster under your knees. Maybe let your hands rest on your belly. Allow yourself to arrive. This is your well-earned Shavasana. And Shavasana, final relaxation, is a very important part of any yoga practice. This is the time when you're letting your mind and your body integrate everything that you've done. This is the pause before you resume the rest of your day. This is where you release totally onto the mat. Your hands can rest on your belly or out to the side. If you have another blanket, it's really nice to cover yourself up right now. I wish I was there to cover you up because, as you know, that's one of my favorite parts of the yoga class. I go around and cover everybody up and tuck them in. So imagine I'm coming around and doing that. And breathe. Let your whole body melt onto the ground. Keep releasing even more. Soften your whole spine on the ground. Notice if you can really release your belly a little more. Stay with your breath. This is a wonderful time to come back to I am as you inhale, and here now as you exhale. You might even add as you exhale, so I am, inhale, and as you exhale, welcome here now. I am welcome here now. Welcome here now. Welcome your body onto the ground. Welcome your mind to float on the waves of the breath. Imagine the mind is being cradled on the waves of the breath. Each exhale is a chance to release a little bit more. Each exhale, you're letting go just a tiny bit more. And I'm going to read you a poem by Dana Folds. It's called Healing. There is healing in the laying on of hands, in the letting go of fear, in asking for help in silence, celebration, prayer, in asking for help in silence, celebration, or prayer. There is healing in speaking the truth and in keeping still, in seeking sunlight and not shunning struggle. Laughter and the affirmation of wholeness hold their own healing. When the soul dances, when the day begins in delight, when love grows and cannot be contained, when life flows from moment to moment, healing happens in the space between thoughts and the breath before the first sound note. Healing is a birthright and a grace. When we dare to be open to the unknown, when we extend ourselves in caring, when we welcome in the vast expanse of life, healing comes from the heart and blossoms from the inside out. Imagine your breath healing your mind. Imagine your breath healing your soul. Release even more. Let go and allow the waves of your effortless breath to carry you deeper still. Allow the waves of your breath to carry you into inner space, inner spaciousness, letting go. Continue following your breath a little longer. Or if you're ready to begin to reawaken, you can start to wiggle fingers and toes. Gently turn the head side to side. Maybe bring the knees into the chest, curl up into a little ball, and roll onto one side to pause in fetal position, curled up on your side. Whenever you feel ready, you can make your way into a seated position. Feel free to stay longer if you prefer. And either from seated or lying down, notice your breath. Maybe come back to I am here now. Bringing palms together in front of the chest in prayer position. Thank your body. Thank your mind. Thank your heart and your spirit. Thank you for sharing your practice with me. Namaste. Hope to see you again soon. Take care. Be well.